Okay, we previously compared three of the most popular travel guitars we have in the all mahogany configuration. Today it's time to take a look at the Pioneer, the GS Mini, and the Martin Jr. with the spruce top. So stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas, and you can find us online at alamomusic.com if you're new to our channel. Subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, those are great ways to do it. You can also check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts, and our spring store link below for custom swag. So we kind of did this video already, and I want to talk about some of the highlights with these three guitars, but it's time to do the spruce top version of these. That's the light colored top. For those of you who are not familiar with the woods that are used for the acoustic guitars. The travel guitars have been the rage for a long, long time. Really, fairly, probably starting with the Baby Taylor, but more recently with the GS Mini. The GS Mini is arguably, you could say, the runaway success when it comes to smaller, great-sounding travel guitars. Taylor really knocked it out of the park with the GS Mini. I think it's kind of funny that the GS Mini is the GS Mini because they don't make the Grand Symphony in the standard lineup at this time right now. So it's the Mini for the guitar that doesn't currently exist, but has in the past. Nevertheless, it's a great sounding guitar, and I own one, Cooper owns one. I think pretty much every single person that works here for the most part has a GS Mini at home. That's how great they are. They play great and they sound great. They're portable. What more could you want? Well, a few things, like maybe a wider nut. And since variety is the spice of life, that's where some of these other guitars come into. So this GS Mini, Spruce, Sapele, where you kind of start, I'm going to sit down for a second, and we're going to compare these other two because they deal with one of the main complaints we hear from people shopping GS Minis a lot, which is the nut width. This is the Martin Jr. Now, there's a whole line of juniors. You could get the Dreadnought or the Triple O version. Since I always get this wrong, I'm going to read it. This is the oh, they didn't even put it on the label. You got to love it. Yeah, it's the Triple O C JR. So the C is the cutaway. It's the Junior, and it is spruce top. In this particular case, this guitar is all solid wood. It has a 1 3/4 inch nut width, and it does have pickup on board. Really great looks with the Martin. You get a smaller tortoiseshell pickguard, which is really nice, and kind of an abalone inlay design around the rosette. Martin's E1 electronics with a built-in tuner are on board for this particular one. Now, there are other GS Minis, mahogany top version, spruce with roseback inside, and mahoganies that both add pickups, and then the plus models that you can get with rosewood that's all gloss with a spruce top, or all koa. There's the plus koa and the non-plus koa with bursts, without bursts, with certain pickups, improvements on pickups, changes of cases, and so forth. And the pricing climbs as you go up. One thing that's currently not in the GS Mini lineup is a 1 3/4 inch nut option or a cutaway. Now, maybe those things are coming, but as of right now, they're not offered. So if, like me, you tend to prefer a little wider neck, then you probably want to look elsewhere. And if you want more access that a cutaway offers, you would probably look at the Martin. And from the onset, that's what I've liked about these. Changes for 2025 bring about a nice new neck shape and roundness to the fingerboard, the pickup that has the onboard tuner, some nice tuners, and so forth. It comes with a bag, like the GS Mini, like the Pioneer. I think all guitars should come with a case or bag. That's my philosophy. Manufacturers figure it out. Pricing on the juniors is in line with a lot of the GS Minis, but some of the more like the koa models and the plus models of GS Mini will go above any of the Martin Jr. offerings. And then we have the new guy on the block. This is the Furch Pioneer, which came out late last year. They've been in high demand. We finally are starting to reach a bit of equilibrium where we have them in stock again. But like the Martin, this one is also all solid wood construction. It's mahogany with a spruce top in this case. Very simple, understated elegance. It's got a clear pick guard. It's got a very simple rosette. ebony fingerboard and bridge, a 1 3/4 inch nut width again, about a 24-inch scale length, which is nice. And this one has the adjustable neck, or the control action neck from Furch, and this nice booster sound port, which you can see in these slits right here, that really help the guitar produce more volume. It helps the guitar breathe, and they're louder, not just as a result of what you're hearing, but as a result of the guitar producing more. This is true of the Little Jane, it's true of this guitar, and it's true of their Performance Series dreadnoughts that have that feature on them as well. We've had people come in looking at some of the more expensive Furcs, and they play one of these guitars with the booster sound port like a Blue Performance, and they are just blown away at the volume that these guitars can produce. So fantastic guitar, again, all solid wood construction. The GS Mini and the Martin are both made in Mexico. This is made in the Czech Republic, same place as the rest of the Furcs are made. If there's one thing that I will say about the Pioneer as a small little bit of grievance is because of the neck joint and the small body, it's a little neck heavy. It's fine when it's sitting in your lap, but if you're standing up with it or you let go, it does tend to neck dive a little bit, like our favorite SG of yore. So, really great guitars. With the spruce top on all of these, you are going to get a brighter, more articulate sound, and you also have more dynamic range. So the mahogany tops that we looked at before, the first time we did this video, are going to tamp down the volume, really give you more warmth and compression, but not as much dynamic range, not as much brightness. And so particularly if you want to get volume or you need some articulation for picking or fingerstyle, these may be more in line with what you're looking for. So Cooper's going to run them through their paces. Check it out. All right, so there you have it. Hopefully you can hear the differences between each guitar. Each one brings its own voice to the mix, and so between the features I described and what they sound like, you should be able to find the right one for you. Now, there's a bunch of variations in these models. Already we've compared the mahogany topped ones, but let's talk about what's different that you can get. So with the Martin Jr. line, you can get different tops and you can get different body shapes. So it's the only one in this group where you can get either the O cutaway body shape, just O, or a dreadnought body shape. Okay, with the GS Mini, you cannot get a cutaway, you cannot get a different body shape, but this one has the most wood varieties that you can get. Now, it's laminate back and sides with a solid top. It also has a larger sound hole, if you didn't notice that. One of the reasons it has such a good sound in addition to Taylor's bracing and everything. But you can get this with a spruce top, a mahogany top, or a koa top. It's the only one in this mix that offers koa as an option and changes up the tops along with the back and sides so much. There's also burst options, a bunch of print options that are available out there from GS Minis with and without cutaways, and they have a fantastic gig bag. Aero case not included, probably my favorite gig bag among the travel guitars. It's a really well done one. The Pioneer offers a difference in both orientation, but also nut width. So these are standard 1 3/4 inch, but you can order them with a different nut width. We've done that for a few customers, and that's something that's not offered with the other two at all. As of right now, there are also a number of body changes that you can do, and remember, it's all solid wood. So all mahogany, there's a spruce mahogany, cedar mahogany, and spruce rosewood as an option with these guitars. That gives you kind of a whole nother angle of options that are available to it. So there may be the most flexibility here with both what you can do with the neck and the combination of tone woods with this, and there are pickup options available on these as well now. So you have a lot to pick from if you are looking for a great guitar to travel with. It is the golden era of guitars happening right now. I've been saying it for a while. It's true. There's so much to choose from, and there's so many really well-made guitars that are available now. If you'd like information on all of these or help making that choice, visit our website. It's alamomusic.com. You can see information about all of these with all their specs, but you can also chat with us because I know there's a lot of options. Sometimes it's analysis paralysis, but we've got the experience to really talk to you, see what you need, make recommendations, help you find your way in the world of the jungle of guitars that exists today. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you're not buying from us and you want to support us, it's a great way to do it. Hit subscribe, comment, like, engage with them, and share the videos. It helps us expand our reach, and we thank you for doing so. I'll see you next time.